All right, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So in this video, we're gonna fix an issue. We got two race cars here that need to go to the track, but we ain't got no rig to take them to the track with. All we have right now is a little gas dually, which does not want to tow multiple cars to the racetrack. So we're gonna have to fix that. So let's go out in the yard and take a look around at what we can find. We'll start right out front here. Now, I'm not sure the Model A, even though she's a good running vehicle, is going to tow the hauler. So let's keep looking around and see what we got. So since we need something that's diesel and big, tow truck, probably not going to work. Let's go through the yard here and see what we got. Honda N600s definitely aren't going to tow our 46-foot gooseneck. Chevy, let's see here. Maybe not. She might be a little worse for wear to turn into a tow rig in a couple days. Box truck, not too bad. Let's take a look what we got inside here. Let's keep looking, see if we can find anything a little nicer. Boat isn't gonna tow too much, and it's gas, it's not diesel. But if you guys can see past the barn here, I think we got a candidate for what's going to be a big tow rig. Uh-oh, I think we might have found the one. So this thing is diesel, and it's on a big, I don't know if these are quite on a semi chassis, but they are big trucks. Got a big old differential there. That thing's going to tow some weight. Big extra diesel tank here. Now this thing has not run in quite a long time. So let's pop the hood, because I don't know anything about diesels, and take a look at what we got going on here. Start by popping these straps off. Hopefully we don't get attacked by bees here, but we'll see. Get the hood open. Oh, is it gonna fall or nope, it's got cords. Dang, that is what I call a motor, son. That looks like she's gonna tow some weight. All right, so we've got a little extra leaves with it. Being that it hasn't run a little while, what exactly is the first thing you should do on a diesel? Probably like every engine, I mean, we should check the oil, check the spark plugs, probably new spark plugs, and then I don't know what else. I don't know anything about these big diesel engines. She is a turbo diesel. I do see a sneaky little turbo down there. So we're going to have to get a battery and crank this thing over. Okay, so I would have recorded myself carrying the battery over, except it is literally the heaviest thing in the entire world. This box looks like it's meant to hold 2 batteries. So I don't know if she's going to start on one, but we got a big semi battery in it. Now, I believe this is an international motor. There's a tag right there. See if you guys can see it. The truck's in 81, and I'm pretty sure that it's an international motor. Now, I was told that that motor was rebuilt, but I really don't know. So maybe she'll fire right up. I don't know. I think big truck motors, you know, kind of that is an annoying little plane right there. But I think big truck motors will kind of sit for longer and still be okay, whereas gas motors kind of go bad after sitting for a while. God damn, is that the dipstick on this big old thing? Oh, she's got oil. A little black, not bad. So, I don't know, it's got oil. Hopefully the spark plugs are okay. I guess let's just crank her over and see what happens. I've never even gone on the inside of this thing, so let's see what she looks like in here. Not too shabby. She's pretty clean. Actually, the seats are in really good condition. A little dirty on the floor. She's got a 2nd gen Cummins dash, as you can tell. We come and swap the dash, so obviously she's coming apart. That's what every good rig has, though. If your dash ain't coming apart, what are you doing? Okay, so we got a lot of dials and gauges. Got some air pressure ones. I think those are for the air brakes because this thing does have air brakes. We got a big old shifter here, son, for floating gears. Seems to shift pretty smooth. No clue what this doohickey does. That must be to launch the missiles. Normal stuff like a tachometer, speedometer, oil pressure, whatever that is, temp gauge. So I don't know, it seems pretty basic. I guess we'll just go ahead and turn the key and see what happens. It's got a fresh battery, it's got oil in it, and I was told that this motor was a brand new rebuilt motor, so let's see what happens. All right, so we're gonna just see what happens with the new battery. Okay, we're in neutral. Let's just give it a go. Okay. Volt gauge moves, but that's about it, which doesn't help us much. Oh, engine start. Okay, try 2. Everyone ignore that move. Let's see what happens here. Ooh, ooh, she cranks right over. That was kind of a little more than I was expecting, but let's just crank her over and see if she wants to start. Okay, let's try this again. Sometimes in diesels you gotta wait a minute to start, but I don't see anything on the dash like that. Nothing. What is going on here? A lot of hoses. Nothing obviously wrong. I'm not sure. She's just cranking and doesn't seem to be firing. I mean, the turbo looks all hooked up. I know there's diesel in it. I did check to see, I stuck a stick down the tanks to make sure she's got some diesel. So why would it not be firing? All right, after about 30 minutes of research and consulting a couple big rig experts, apparently there's a lever in here. Oh, right there, engine stops. So apparently that cuts off the fuel to the big rig and is not gonna let her start up. So let's go ahead and try it again. Okay, key on. Make sure we're in neutral. All right, let's see what happens. Oh, oh, oh. Okay, oil pressure. Okay, we got oil pressure. Holy. Boy, she fired right up. I don't know if this is working. It seems like it's just stuck on. Fuel gauge is low, but it's not at 0. Dang. Let's turn her. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Okay, how do I turn it off? How do I turn it off? What the fuck? How the heck do you turn one of these things off? Wait a minute. Dumb question. All right. You definitely pull this. Okay, so it kind of fired right off. Let's see. Does anything look like it's exploding or leaking? Nope, not exactly. So I think how these work is that you have to run them for a while until the air brakes fill up before you can move them. So as long as she's making oil pressure, I guess let's start it up and run it for a little bit. Let's see here. All right, contact, brother. Dang, she sounds good. Let's hear a little whistle. Ooh. She's got a turbo whistle. Ooh, almost dies there. All right, so let's run it for a little bit and see if we can move this thing. Okay, so she's been idling for a little while. You know what? Let's close the hood before we try and take her for a spin. What? Pretty good looking rig here. So let's see if she'll move at all. Okay, since this thing seems to run so good, and to be fair, I was told that this thing had a brand new motor before it was parked, and it sure sounds like it. She runs good, so let's take her for a drive. Uh-oh, uh-oh. I keep forgetting that thing. There we go. That's what we want to hear. All right, let's see if she'll move. All right, no warning lights on the dash. Put her in what I think is first gear. Uh-oh. Okay. Do air brakes get frozen on a diesel? I don't know, but dang, she does not want to move. Okay. Let's think about why she doesn't want to move. Okay, so I was informed that this, which is conveniently had all the writing rubbed off of, is actually an emergency brake. So if I push it in, that should release our brakes. So let's try this again. All right, air brake is off. Put her in gear. Oh, we're moving. All right, try not to immediately crash. Oh, that's a big wheel. Oh, come on, turn, baby, turn. Uh-oh. We did not make it through the gate on the first try. We're gonna have to back up. Oh, it drives good though. It kind of just feels like a very, very large truck, which I guess is what it is. All right, come on. Oh, we're gonna make it this time. I realized in those first shifts I was shifting with the clutch. That ain't what a real rig driver does. You want to learn to drive a rig, boy, you better be floating gears. Let's try this out. Okay, that didn't work very good. Let's try this again. Dang, that was clean. That was a clean 1-2 gear flow. This thing drives nice though. Oh, and I found out that the missile button is actually our overdrive. So let's put her back into first. Ugh. That is a long throw on that shifter. So here's first gear. Pull this out. Oh, there she goes. Now we're in first gear with overdrive. So that's pretty sweet. Man, this thing drives nice. She's definitely a big girl. We probably need a license to drive this, but we don't have one of those. So let me show you the 1-2 float right here. So no clutch. We're in first. Let off. Bang! Smooth. Ready to go out and drive 1,800 miles a day. Man, first little test drive complete. She seems to run good. Turn her off and I guess pull the air brake. Oh, you know what I haven't tried yet? Whoa, how about that, man? That's a real trucker right there. So let me tell you guys the issue with this truck. So even though this seems to be a perfectly good running truck, I live in California. So we have an issue is that you can't actually register an older diesel like this. Now, there are some options to get around that. One would be to cab swap it with something like this old Power Wagon cab. And that allows you to register the VIN off this cab and put it on a big truck chassis. But we gotta haul some stuff, man. We've got 2 race cars in the shop that need to go to the track, and my little 1-car trailer isn't gonna work, and our gas dually isn't gonna tow it. So it would sure be nice to knock the box off this thing and be able to put a 5th wheel on it, and she would be a beast towing. So we're gonna have to look into how to get around some California legislation so that we can tow with the big girl. So the same reason this truck's been sitting forever is the same reason that this Ford has been sitting in our yard, and it only has 20,000 original miles. So it's basically a brand new truck, but you can't register these older diesels in California. Like if you look at this thing, where's the mileage? Down there, 20,000 original miles, which is just insane. And I mean, this thing is nice inside, but there's just nothing you can do because California won't let you register an older diesel, which is insane because it's a brand new truck. So it's like, what are you gonna do? But we're gonna find a way to get the old International on the road because she's just too cool not to. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to like and subscribe. There's gonna be more content on the old International coming soon. We're gonna be knocking the box off her and getting her set up for a fifth wheel, and then figuring out how to register it and get it on the road, which is gonna be the big issue. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you did, and we'll see you on the next one.